And as you remember from the previous lectures, when we were talking about the circulatory system being the president and all these other systems working hand in hand together to make the body function the way it should, that's one of the things that you need to have in the back of your mind as we go through this lecture. Now, what I want you to see is that the digestive tract starts here at the mouth, okay, and then it's going to go, it's got some of these glands that are involved here at the mouth, but it's going to go, as you eat something and you chew it, it's going to go down the esophagus, okay, and then down into the stomach, and then it's going to go out here into the small intestine, and then, of course, the large intestine, and then out the rectum and the anus. And that's basically, and remember that this long twisting tube that allows you to break down the food and to absorb it, and of course the large intestine at the end, its job is to push all of that fiber and all of that solid waste out along with water and other materials. Okay, that's the part that I want you to remember. That's kind of like a generalized summary of what this thing is all about. But of course we're going to get kind of heavy here in a minute. Now, the digestive system consists of the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, small intestine, large intestine, also called the colon, and then the rectum and the anus, as I made that summary a while ago. It's critical for you to understand the overall summary of that. Okay, now, of course you have in the stomach, you have all these hollow organs that are lined with mucosa. And mucosa is almost like a shield or a sheath that protects the lining of the stomach. And, you know, some of you wonder, well, you know, sometimes why do I get ulcers? And basically what that is, a mucosa, is a lining that protects the stomach from that happening, because all that is like a protective sheath. And so if you don't have that, then eventually with time it erodes, and the erosion of that mucosa leads to the formation of all these different problems dealing with ulcers. That's very important that you remember that, okay? Now, the digestive tract also contains a layer of smooth muscle that helps break down the food and move it along the tract. That's important for you to understand, that there is muscle inside the lining of that, because that's what allows peristalsis to move the food down the tract. Okay, now, of course, you've got the liver, okay, and what happens at the liver and the pancreas, digestive juices are produced, and then they're held here at the gallbladder. Then the gallbladder is going to allow down the bile duct for these digestive juices to be released, so that this way the food can be broken down. And of course the gallbladder stores the liver's digestive enzymes until they're needed by the intestine. That's very important for you to see that, okay? And then of course you need to remember that of the 10 systems that you have, okay, the nervous system, especially the lower base of the brain. Hello, Professor Paul! You mean it's time to jam again? But just let me finish this out real quickly, just letting you know that the lower base of the brain is what controls the involuntary functions of the digestive system.